Hey there, it's Austin Bach, and I'm back on Magic Online playing some Pioneer. Last time I played a kind of janky brew that ended up not really panning out, but today I'm playing something a little more established, but I'm putting my own flair on it. It is Black-White Enchantments. So it makes use of a lot of the new cards from Theros Reborn, and you got Hateful Eidolon, Alseid of Life's Bounty, which are just great one-drop enchantment creatures that are good to slap some enchantments on. The Hateful Eidolon in particular, I don't know if the stock version of this deck is playing this, but it seems like a no-brainer to me because it just protects whatever you're piling onto, makes it so you don't have to worry too much about removal, because if your guy gets killed, you just draw a bunch of cards. But yeah, this deck is built around Ethereal Armor and All That Glitters, which are basically the same card, just Glitters is a little bit worse. But you're just trying to make a big beefy creature and protect it. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to this deck. The reason why I picked this deck up is because of a new spoiler from Ikoria, which is Lurrus of the Dream Den, which I'll bring into frame here. And this is the perfect card for this deck because, as you can see, there are no cards in the deck that have a converted mana cost higher than 2. Some versions of the deck play Gideon of the Trials in the sideboard. We're not doing that in anticipation of the Lurrus coming into play. Obviously, we'll be playing without the Lurrus today because Ikoria is not available on Magic Online yet, but it's going to be a pretty nice card. Basically, it just means you get to start every game with 8 cards in your hand instead of 7, and a nice card advantage engine. But yeah, I don't really need to go into too much detail. I guess the one thing I will say is I'm not playing Favored Hoplite, which is kind of the one drop of choice for this deck right now. I'm playing Giant Killer instead, which, Favored Hoplite is the best one drop to play on turn 1 and start piling onto. But I feel like, if you're going that route, often you have enough gas to win if your one drop survives anyway. It doesn't really matter what the one drop is. And I like that Giant Killer has extra utility. You can use the adventure mode to get rid of big blockers or whatever you need to do. Also good in the mirror to take down opposing beefy threats with a bunch of enchantments on it. Yeah, I don't need to go into too much detail. You can kind of look into this deck on your own if you're wondering about some of the more some of the intricacies of the deck. I've got the Singleton God's Willing right now, which is going to become a Lurrus once Ikoria comes out, but because I'm testing today without Ikoria, I just have it in there right now. It comes in similar matchups anyway. It's basically just an extra Karametra's Blessing. But yeah, let's just get into some matches.